Okay guys, I get a lot of emails asking me what's the hybrid system. So basically this using the wind with the wind turbines to give you power, and use the sun to basically use solar panels to use convert it to electricity. This is a 140 watt solar panel. One at the other top is a 50 watt, and that's a 40 watt solar panel. That's an Amtech 30 volts, good for about 100 watts or so. That's a 600 watt motor and blades. That's a homemade wind turbine. I've seen 1,000 watts out of it for my WhatsApp meter, and together they basically provide you all the power that you probably need. Now with these solar panels, you do need a charge controller, which is basically one of these things, these babies there, and then that charge controller, it basically charges those batteries there, and from there it can go on to just a normal inverter. On this side here, this is where the big panel is going into. It's the same thing. It's got a charge controller. Let me just see if I can show you this. This charge controller, that's the battery voltage. The wind turbine's going crazy. I'll show you now the charge. It's 6.4 amps, which is not bad. 6.5. And then there's your load. That's the load going into it. And that's basically then goes on to the batteries. From the batteries, then you got this. This is a pure sine wave inverter, 1,000 watts to 2,000 watts peak, and this is basically like the grid. This basically it powers all the stuff that I've got at home, which is good stuff. It's a bit warm actually, but I've been using it. And then the wind turbine. Okay, basically the difference with wind turbines is this one and my Amtech 30 volts is a DC permanent magnet motor. So basically it's a DC, and what you then need at the end of these sort of cables is it's sort of like a valve to stop the batteries powering your motor. So that valve is called a blocking diode. I don't know if you'll be able to see it actually. I'll see if I can get my hand in there just to point it out. Whoa. It's basically that thing there at the top. It's a little valve there, and what you're seeing behind that, they're called bridge rectifiers. They're being bolted onto aluminium heatsink, and then from there basically goes onto my WhatsApp meter. Mainly because the big turbine, big one, is AC current, where this one here and the Amtech is DC current, same as the solar panels. The solar panels have their own inbuilt blocking diode, and that's pretty much it. I'm using it, and from the wind turbine comes down, and I've got this sort of plug. I don't know if I'll be able to show you. Yep, that's a 110 volt plug. Another thing I can do for safety reasons, I can cut it there and actually connect all the free wires, and that will short the turbine, stop it from spinning, which I do have another plug in a shed that I've done that basically to stop the turbine in gale force or something, and that's pretty much it. Another little gadget that I've got is this wind speed meter, which you can't really see at the moment, but because of the sun. But that's basically pretty much the setup that you need, and then you'll need some sort of dump load, because I've got this, which is basically I'm using the power. If not, you can get these like ceramic heaters, these babies here, or you can also get a little 12 volt kettle, which you've probably seen on the other videos, and I'll take some of the power from it, and that's it. That's pretty much it. But you need a charge controller, any sort of charge control. See, I've got this one is like a spare one that I've got. It's 12 volts, 12 amps, and what it does, that's you connect the solar panels to that. In the middle, you connect that to the batteries, and that's your load. So the load is basically your lights. I'm gonna see if this, it should still work. I just changed it to a better ones just because of the, I get more info with the new ones. Okay, I'm gonna connect it now. That's it. So the green light is basically telling me if it's charging or not. Obviously it's not because there's no solar panel connected to it. The middle one is a load, and the other one, it tells you about battery, you know, how full is it, and at the moment they're full. And that's the beauty of with a hybrid system. The solar panels are basically doing their bit, and the wind turbine is doing their bit, and the batteries are, you know, the voltage is going up, and I'm still using it 13.6. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And I'm still using it, and it's 4.7 amps from the big panel. And the wind turbine is still doing his bit as well. But with this WhatsApp meter, it's very hard to see, I think, because of the light. But basically, from this big wind turbine, the maximum I've seen is 1024 watts peak, 842 watts an hour. That's the actual watts coming in now. And there's a lot of info from this little gadget. But you can see the wind turbine going crazy. Look, it's a really nice turbine, and you can basically buy all these gadgets from windchasers.eu, which is my website. I just want to. That's pretty much it. That's the solar panels. Another thing you can do at home, if you've got room, is to collect your rainwater. I've got 2 barrels here. As you can see, they're full. Well, this one is, I've been using it. And I flushed the toilet with it. So I don't have to use proper drinking water to flush my toilet. Blades, I love making blades. I've stopped now actually, because they're getting a bit silly. That's my wooden ones there. But you know what? You can't beat these ones. That's the that's the Rolls Royce of motors, and that's the Rolls Royce of blades. And I love it. Never stops, and it gives me loads and loads of power. See? It's amazing how during the day, what I find amazing is, you know, I'm using all this power, I'm using the laptop and the router, and it's all plugged into the inverter, and you know, the wind turbine and the solar panels, they just, in theory the battery should be going down, but it's actually going up, which is great stuff. See the amps, 3.4. The sun is actually, there's a bit of the solar panel that's actually blocked. I should move it. As you can see, there's a bit of a shade there. Okay guys, that's about it. Any questions or any more information that you might need, just visit windchasers.eu. And that's it, mate.